Bayang magiging perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa libing mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiging, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisir, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bukaw. May nilalang mula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng watawat mo'y kagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niyang kailan pa may magdidilim. Luha ng araw na buwan at ipagsinta, buhay langit sa mo. Ang higaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Lapit mo. Lapit mo layo.
Today is a very significant day. We're going to turn over the Balay Alumni. Closer. Okay, yan lang. Huwag kayo lang mag-iyan.
Just like singing.
Today we're going to turn over our Balay Alumni from class 58 to Mountain Province High School, Baguio City High School, Baguio City National High School, to the General Board of the FPCH, BCHS, BCNH. We will only turn over the important documents like the building permit and the occupancy certificates and the keys to the Balay Alumni. The inauguration and blessing will be sometime in June. Our class president, Doctor of Geology, Dr. Arthur Saldivar-Sali, will give a brief history of the Balay Alumni. Arthur?
Thank you, Vicky. Good morning to all and welcome to the Balay. We are honored to see all of you coming from everywhere, inshore and offshore. If I'm going to make a historical tale of what we've done, it will take 10 years. So I'm not going to do that. Because the conception of this Balay started 10 years ago, in 2006. 2 years before our class 1958 Golden Jubilee celebration. Today is not really to praise class 58. Today is to say thank you to everyone who helped us make this come true. 10 years ago, our class went to a lovely, albeit seemingly impossible dream. Today, we are glad to wake up that the dream is real. The first group I would like to thank would be, of course, my classmates. It was a collective idea to come up with something that we would leave behind, to use the worn-out phrase, to give back to City High. To me, it was a horrible idea, but I was prevailed upon, nautusan ika nga, to start and construct the Balay. The first Is Dr. Donal? Oh, okay. We should have waited for him. But we have to start because there are other ceremonies that will come after this with the general reunion. I guess the first we want to thank, or the second group we want to thank is the Baguio City High School, because were it not for Dr. Donal's generous offer for us to build something within the school, it would not be been possible. But maybe I should thank UP also, UP Baguio, because they were the first to reject our idea of building a school, Balay Alumni, right here, beside the, sabi nila, no, that's our luck. We cannot do anything with that. So Bridget Hamade and I stormed the office of Dean Macan Santos at the time of UP Baguio, and she said, no way. So we were caught in a dilemma. We wrote Dr. Donal, and she said, sure, may kayo dito yan. I have places for you to look at and see if you want it. So we went around and we saw this place, and our architect, Fidel Shabno, said, dito yan, this looks like a good place. So that we have to thank Dr. Donal for. And over the years, he has been very helpful to us. The second person, or the second group of people we'd like to thank to, are those who were skeptics about the project. We went to a very prominent alumnus, whom I will not name now, and we said, sir, this is the project, we would like to inform you, that we're going. Are you crazy? You must be dreaming. You think the alumni will give you money? They will give money first to the families before they give it to you. So, I think that was the turning point. That was the tipping point for Class 58 to say, sige man, kitain tayo, paiso. And thankfully, the alumni, mostly from abroad, justified or belied the impression of some of our skeptics. Because the first people to donate to the alumni were from abroad. Well, from my classmates abroad to begin with. And then when that primed the project, the other classes got together. The alumni group from Canada were the first to give from abroad, and then the US groups came in. Is that the principal? I guess not. So apart from the alumni, I'm looking at my notes so that I won't forget anyone. Their families were also very supportive. I guess many alumni from here and abroad would get the support of their families to give a more substantial amount. The city of Baguio also deserves to be praised because from the mining companies around whom I was consulting with, readily give a few million pesos to the Balay. In short, we went knocking at the door of Mayor Dumogan, and we asked for permit to cut pine trees that are dead, and he said, sure, you go to this blah blah blah, and he signed the permit. So you see now the beautiful, very warm pine wood panels here are through the courtesy of the city of Baguio. We bought them, of course, but without them giving the permit, we would not have been able to plant the trees. So for 10 years, we doggedly struggled to bring this up, construct it. I think it came to a point where this Balay became the excuse for our classmates, for my classmates, to get together. The Balay became a secondary effort, but the pleasure of us meeting together every other month, laughing together, and solving the problems, keeping the pressure at bay, became such a bonding element that today, I have to say, we come here with ambivalent emotions. As of yesterday, we were still debating as to whether we should really turn over the Balay or not. Some are saying, oh, what do you want? Why do we give it? And some others would say, well, you know, we're in the lap of City High. We really don't own this thing. We build it for City High, we build it for the students, we build it for everybody. Truthfully, even as late as last month, I myself was looking for excuse to say it was postpone the unit and see if we can do it next year. And I had support from some of my classmates. But we decided that the real proper thing to do is really to give it to the alumni board. As you all know, we have memorandum of agreement between Class 58 and the alumni board. And the alumni board has a memorandum of agreement with the school. From us to Class 58 and to the alumni board, we just hand it over, and the alumni board will form a management committee to handle the Balay. We do it with trepidation, not because we don't trust Larry Dugan, but because we feel that we're so closely bonded with this building, we hate to see it go to pot. What we expect to do is when we come back a year later, or if we come here every now and then, we will find it cleaner, better, well painted, curtains well laundered, and so on. I guess the tipping point was last month, as far as I'm personally concerned. I had my birthday last March 9, and my lawyer, a friend lawyer of mine, gave me a book, the title of which is The Power of Saying Thank You. And I looked at March 9 and give me some indulgence for a while and let me read what March 9 was this year. And I quote, "Everything we undertake in life has a beginning and an end. Typically, we are excited at the beginning of an opportunity, a relationship, or a venture. We're also happy when we can observe and celebrate our achievement and have the satisfaction of a fulfilled desire. But between the beginning and the end, every situation has a middle. And the middle is where we often face our greatest challenges. I dare say that today is the middle of this project, because from here on, the alumni board and the CTI will take over. Not completely, we will be overlooking. Between our beginnings and our endings, we must develop the determination necessary to overcome the difficult circumstances we encounter in the middle. We can be people who finish what we begin, and we can be thankful that we don't have to do it alone. God will help us if we let Him. You may be in the middle of something right now. Whatever you find yourself in the middle of, ask God for His strength and wisdom. Discipline yourself a little longer and determine to see it all the way through the finish. So with that book, you have to thank my lawyer, because that made me decide to convince my classmates that there's no other way but to part with our offspring. It's like parting with your... I'm reminded of the day my daughter went off to graduate school. She was leaving for Boston, and I knew that was the last day I would be seeing her permanently in her house. And true enough, she hasn't come back to live permanently. She visits us every now and then, but that's it. That's the feeling we have. So, Larry, we will be visiting you every now and then.
Looking over your shoulder.
Looking over your shoulder. And if, is Dr. Donalyn, what time? Well, the modus vivendi, Larry, is you will hold the Balay for 50 years. At the end of 50 years, we give it over lock, stock, and barrel to Baguio City High School. I'll try to be back and renegotiate at the... So, thank you very much for your indulgence. I give it back to Vicky.